Welcome to the Hot Tubs.
People who I don't really truly love, I don't worry about as much.
They have places like this all over the country.
Rob and I are very much in love.
Too many emotional strings attached.
Oh my God.
You're just trying to get your 15 minutes.
I like licking girls' teeth.
Oh my God.
Why did you go home?
Reality TV 101.
You kids have fun arguing semantics. I'm gonna go meet the professor regarding the alien test subject.
Welcome to Vanderpump Robs, a podcast hosted by me and my friend Kate Shapiro. My name, Rob Schulte. One of these days, Kate, I am going to get this intro down. It's going to be perfect.
I think it's perfect every time. Even when you make mistakes, it's part of the human condition.
Look, we're all beautifully flawed in our own way. That seems like something Kenny would say. Maybe Gavin.
Yeah.
Maybe Tom Schwartz. Who knows? All the
Whatever
men I would like to be
ChatGPT
yeah, exactly.
yeah, told them this week.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Okay, so we had our first Secret Sunday last week. People loved it. They were like, oh, this format is like the best thing I've ever experienced. So I think we can keep doing that. And the good thing I thought about Secret Sunday, Kate, is that it can be about whatever weird niche fandom reality TV topic we want to discuss. We just looked at a bunch of screenshots and had a grand old time.
Yeah.
Oh, and we had one voicemail. A voicemail was good too.
Yeah. No, I love making fun of the Reddit people. I'm feeling like I'm better than them all the time.
It's great. And if one person, as I've said this, I say this all the time, Kate, if one person then tries to call me out, I'll fold like laundry and apologize immediately.
I will log off and delete the app from my phone.
Exactly. See, because we're strong. We're strong individuals like that mentally. This upcoming one, though, we're talking to our friend Josh Laura about, Summer House, Southern Hospitality, whatever we want. I know you aren't as deep into some of those as the others, but Josh is a book
I did get
guy.
some tea on I got some tea on reunions, like back house reunion stuff when I was talking to someone about the beta blocker gate.
Well,
and apparently that's a very pervasive problem, actually.
Interesting. Well, we better save it for the paywall because that's where we can drop the realness. Mm-hmm. So yeah, folks, if you want to get in and see these bonus episodes, head to vanderpumprobs.com to set it up. Now, I do know that in the future, we do have to make good with our friends, the Go Off Kings, because you know what has now been released in its entirety. The first season of $1 Million Nannies.
I'm in a hotel and I was watching some of that on like actual television, like hotel TV.
Amazing.
Yesterday. And I was like really bored. I was like, are they supposed to be nannies? And then randomly this woman was like, I don't know if we can have Brittany with us because she fucked a dad. And I was like, maybe I can be interested.
Maybe this is a good show. I just need to know when Moke is going to show up. The guys Stefan and JF were talking about from the hit YouTube series My Three Dads. So I'm very excited.
Yeah. Maybe that's the dad she fucked. That they can't be seen around her because she fucked a dad.
Yes. A gay dad at that. So
that would make it even more impressive.
It's like the reverse of Mormon wives.
Yeah.
I love this. Well, folks, submit your voicemails. We want to hear them. Numbers in the show notes. First, we got to talk about The Valley. Now, there was no pressure for you to watch The Valley, Kate, but
I did.
You did? Okay. We got Schwartzapalooza happening.
This show, I had to watch it because last time I didn't. And the entire week I was dreading watching this. Like, it feels like a chore. And I didn't feel that when the season started. But like the Kristen and Luke stuff is not fun.
No.
It's not good. It's like horrible for me to watch. It makes me feel horrible. It makes me dread. It just makes me full of dread. There's no one to root for. It's fun to root for someone. Like I can understand why people are like, I'm Team Janet, I'm Team Lacey, whatever. It's fun to do that. I'm not rooting for anyone here because it just seems horrible. Two people who shouldn't be in a relationship, who both of them just wants to get their like slack cut, but both of them refuse to cut slack for the other person. Like, it's so depressing. Why did you have to go to Mexico? Of course you had to go to Mexico. You need to get paid for getting filmed. But like, you also, for your well-being, probably should have not gone. But it's so depressing all around, and I hate watching it. And I'm not mad at Kristen. I'm not really mad at Luke anymore. I'm just like, wow, it sucks. I hate watching it. I hate every second of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the easiest answer is, yeah, Luke, far be it from you to have to stay home and be a dad. Because like Kristen says, she's only this age for like a blip. And I understand where Kristen's coming from. But also, like, Kristen, you should give yourself the release to be able to go and trust your child with other people too. Or at least trust her with Luke, even.
Yeah, I was telling a friend, like, they say it takes a village for a reason. Like, it's supposed to take more than one person. You're not supposed to be like, I'm the only one who I need to be watching my baby at every single second. Like, you gotta like recognize that that's a toxic pattern and like get out of it. And I think that's why I like when these shows get real, but I also like for them to recognize they're in a toxic pattern and get out of it. But with them, it's just over and over again. Nothing gets resolved. They don't learn anything. They don't get better. It's just gets worse and worse and worse and more depressing. And they're both in these very bad, dark places.
Yeah.
Like, he shouldn't be getting blackout drunk all the time.
No.
Like,
and your excuse
I can understand
like
being
once
like
every 2 weeks, you're like, dude, that is not the argument that you think it's making at this moment right now.
Yeah. And she's too hands-on and he's too hands-off, and it's just really depressing.
So depressing.
I feel like the cast is turning on Kristen, and I don't like that. But I don't want anyone. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm on side. Resolve your problems, please, or break up.
Yeah.
Or get your parents to take care of the kid while you're in Mexico. I don't know.
And Kristen said it, I think she made a good point last episode. She's like, everyone wants the pit bull until the pit bull comes for you. But it's like the wrong puzzle piece, because when Brittany talks to her today, she's like, I didn't ask for you to defend me. Now, the whole thing is ridiculous because Brittany is still not choosing a lane. She's just like, I didn't like that you came in and just blindly defended Nia, but I like Nia, and she should be defended at all times, but not when it's me trying to do something else. It was just so convoluted, because if Brittany would have been like directly, Kristen, Nia was acting like a fool, and you didn't need to defend her for her behavior there, because Danny is also a fool, and, pick and choose your battles. Don't just like blindly support Nia because you feel like everyone's coming after her. That would have been something, but instead she did do the like, but I like Nia, and I don't want her to be mad at me. But it was weird when you came over and yelled at me or yelled at everyone when I was just trying to have a conversation, and it just sucks because Brittany is teetering on getting the edit that it seems like what you said, Kristen is now getting, which doesn't need to happen at all. I think Kristen should have taken the season off, and we should have got Sheena.
Yeah, I mean, Sheena's in the penalty box.
Yeah, exactly.
The Wes Wilson, you are giving the drama to your own monetized platforms instead of on television, penalty box. But, I mean, like, I feel bad. I don't want to say, I feel it too. Kristen shouldn't have been on this season, but it's horrible. She's a mom and needs to make money. She has to be on the season. Yeah. Like, it sucks. Like, I hate that I have to be like, oh, mom shouldn't be working. But
well, yeah, I mean, it does suck. I just feel like for Kristen's own mental health, because obviously she's an empath and she feels so much, but she needed to take a step back just to be able to find her footing, I guess. But if all these other people didn't have to do it, it just sucks, because it just goes to show you that, like, it is not a uniform situation going through.
I wish the Valley would have filmed a little later. Like, I think if they filmed it when the kid was 6 months instead of 3 months, it would have been better. Yeah. And I give Kristen maternity leave. Bravo.
please. I will tell you this. When I saw Kristen at Laurel Tavern a couple of weeks ago, thank God I didn't ask for a picture.
Yeah. That was crazy. I feel really bad. I mean, it's weird if people are trying to take pictures of you inside of a bathroom.
Yeah, that's strange. Like, the story changed slightly. It was like they wanted a picture with me, but in the heat of the moment, she was like they were taking pictures of me when I was changing Kaya, which are two different things. But at the end of the day, if someone's using the bathroom, just wait outside. Wait outside.
If you're in a bathroom, don't take pictures of yourself. And I have to... Or anyone, don't take pictures in a bathroom.
Yeah, I would
like,
say
and it's
that's a good
hard
idea.
because, like, at the gym, sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to take a thirst trap at the gym.
Yes, of course.
But I know, like, I'm in a locker room, and this is not the place. I'll go outside and take a thirst trap.
Yes.
Wait until Kristen's outside to accost her for pictures.
Of course.
Bathrooms are off limits.
Bathrooms are off limits. And if anyone knows anything about this podcast, we have lots of thoughts on bathrooms. So, bathrooms, off limits. You know? Bidets, we could go have a whole Secret Sundays on bidets.
Sounds like you will lead that.
No.
You can talk about
I will never. Did you watch Summer House, The Aftermath?
I watched it live because I'm in the hotel.
Okay.
I got the full experience of it.
Wow.
Watched it back to back within the city. I think I missed a little bit of the beginning of Lindsay and Amanda's, but it was good. I thought what I did watch of Lindsay and Amanda's, because like Amanda will do anything besides actually say what happened or provide any answers or do anything. But I think without everyone in like the reunion, she kind of got a little bit more real. Sure. But I don't like how it's like Wes manipulated you. I feel like Lindsay bulldozed her. Like, Wes manipulated you into this. Wes did the bad thing, and you should know that, like, this is how you feel. Basically, Lindsay was like, this is how you feel the whole time. And I don't care about what Lindsay thinks. Lindsay is so hyper-focused on clapping back and having these TikTok moments that, like, I care about, even if it's stupid, even if it's going to piss me off, I want to hear Amanda's, like, side of the story. Even if it's a lie, I just want to hear her talk.
There was a direct moment where Amanda had to tell Lindsay, like, well, that's your words, not mine. And at that point, like, of course, Amanda was kind of agreeing with her. And I think that has to be, like, the position you're in. It's like when you're at a stand-up comedy show, you're like, yeah, I guess I'm supposed to laugh now. But if you were to watch that same thing on YouTube or something, you'd be like, oh, this guy sucks.
Yeah. I think Amanda said she didn't really remember the reunion. And I don't think that's because I think she dissociated.
Yeah, of course.
Whether she was on drugs or not, like, whatever. And you could see her in this episode. She, like, talked a little bit about stuff like, I just want to have fun. I felt like I wasn't cared for 10 years. And, like, I, like, wanted to hear more about this. Like, it makes me understand why you would date Wes more. Yeah. And... like, I also want to know if they're together. Like, I just want to know some, like, details.
Well, she was spitting in his mouth in Italy. So that's the last, I think, piece of news we got. And she went off to do that after this conversation.
I know. And then she opened up, and then Lindsay was like, oh, what I'm hearing is, and then just, like, kind of talked over her and bulldozed her. And then you could see Amanda shutting down. You could see her going back into the reunion mode. And I'm like, no, like... Yep. She should have paired Amanda with someone, not Lindsay, someone who would just like be a little bit more sympathetic so Amanda could open up a little more, feel a little more comfortable. Carl, honestly, yes. Carl would have been better.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah. And he would have still held her to account in the ways that we want. But I think Amanda needed to feel safe to give us anything because she's so defensive. She's a stone wall, and it's so irritating to watch this and get nothing. And at the end, she was like, maybe I was manipulated. Maybe it all is too bad. And I'm like, wait, did they break up? But no, they're still together.
No, they went together. One thing I noticed is that there was like a moment, I believe, in the trailer for this that didn't make it to the full edit where I guess Lindsay said something like, you need to make better decisions if you want to keep this friendship. But that wasn't shown in the episode.
Yeah, Lindsay said that. Lindsay is like popping off on like threads to like give the real tea, even though Lindsay has no tea because she's not especially friends with any of these people involved.
No,
Like-
maybe Kyle, because he doesn't forget to post about her on her birthday.
But Kyle gives us everything anyway. We don't need the inside scoop on Kyle.
No.
But her like shameless monetization of this so annoying. I know I'm supposed to be like girl power. Look at her getting securing that bag on just being annoying online, but I don't know. Did you see there's an Us Weekly thing that was like West was fired from Summer House?
Yeah,
because he tried to get Lindsay fired, and especially when she was pregnant, he tried to get Lindsay fired and get like all of West's friends to be on Summer House, which honestly doesn't sound bad. No, but
I think we need some
it's
fresh
so
faces.
clear the source is Lindsay. Like it's so clear. And I could call People Magazine right now and say, I'm Lindsay Hubbard, and like, this is why West got fired. No one knows besides Bravo or West what really happened.
You know, our queen, Danielle, just admits to when she talks to Blind Items and TMZ. I think Lindsay should just start admitting these things.
She would die.
I know.
She would die.
West and Kyle have their sit down, which is pretty much exactly what we thought it would be, except like West at one point says like, well, I figure this is going to be the last time I'm shown on camera. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I love when like West was like, do you want me to be honest? Do you want me to be really honest? And it was like, dun, dun, dun. And then like,
the thing, real quick, that's the most drama in this episode where the like Christopher Nolan level of like sound design. And I when I hear so many of those, I'm like, oh, maybe this didn't have the heat they thought it was going to have.
yeah, because West doesn't admit to anything after that.
No.
Like
He's
West doesn't. He is not honest about. He's like, oh, I said I love you. You can see it in the season that I didn't watch. And I was like, I know you don't remember saying that, Wes.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
okay, I wish Wes would never say it, but like, Wes doesn't remember. The reason people think he's manipulative is because he says one thing when he's drunk and then does another when he's sober. And people really understood that he really doesn't remember saying these things.
You can just be an idiot.
Yeah. And he's lying about not watching the season. I know he watched it. Yes. It's West. He watched the season. And Amanda probably told him to say, don't say you didn't watch the season. Yeah. And because I don't believe he remembered saying I love you to Amanda, but he's like, I said I love you over the summer. And Kyle was like, that was a friendly I love you. He's like, well, yeah, we haven't said we're in love with each other. And I'm like,
well, then what are we even doing here? Do you think that like it's so Kyle's like still trying to like manage his relationship with Amanda through talking to West here, and like the language he uses is very, Brad Goodman-y. Do you think that this is somehow him trying to like take accountability or like clean up his side of the street for like how shitty of a husband he was? Like in his own mind?
Yes. Yeah. I think that's always in the back of his mind when he has to deal with this at all times. He looks so bad. I think he prepared all during the season to really be in the hot seat right now and really defend himself and fight for his life. So I think it's always in the back of his head where there's like, oh yeah, there's like video of me like being really aggressive and telling my wife like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And then I guess we get the secret that wasn't on the promos is that Meija and Ciara actually have a chat for 4 minutes of screen time? It is.
I hated
painful.
this.
So painful.
Meija, clearly she's going to be on Summer House, which good. She seems really thirsty. So that's great for her. I think this lets West off the hook. I think both of these women would go fuck West again if he. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but like they were like, "Oh, it's hot to have a secret, isn't it?"
Yes.
And I'm like, all you guys have been saying for the past couple months is how horrible it is to have a secret, and you guys are talking about how big West's dick is, how great it is to fuck him, and it's Amanda who's the problem. And I'm like, "Fuck you, West is the problem for especially to you guys, like." He's the one who fucked you over. Amanda has a more complex, like, situation here. But I hate this idea that like men are just horny and they kind of get a pass. But women can't just be horny and get a pass. Like they should all know better. Like Amanda can't just be getting out of a relationship and feeling like she just wants to have fun. Like, no, she needs to always be miserable. Whereas Wes, it's like, I like both of these women. If Wes and I mean, I guess Meija was like, oh yeah, I talked to Wes for 6 hours on the phone.
First of all, 6 hour phone conversations? Like what
not
do we do?
possible.
Not happening. Second of all, a 6 hour phone conversation in the midst of like all of this drama. Like this is, what do we mean when we say 6 hours? Do you mean you had 6 conversations throughout the day and you just are like rounding up to an hour?
Yeah. And that he couldn't text her because Amanda's always watching. Like, what are you trying to say here? Like, that you were fucked over by Wes, but also you're still talking to him behind his new girlfriend's back. Like,
and you support women, except for when
you're a girl's girl too. Yeah.
Except for when it doesn't work out for the story you're trying to present here. Oh my God! It just didn't seem like either Ciara or Meija like grasped how they were coming off in this. Well, no one did on this entire episode, but like this was a conversation that felt like it did a disservice to both of them more than the other ones.
Yeah. No, it makes Wes come out looking better.
Yeah.
And which is crazy because the showrunner came out with an article the next day being like, fuck West and fuck Amanda. They ruined the reunion. And like, but yeah, now West just looks like a hot happening guy. Like,
kind of like me. It's,
yeah. You're both from Kansas City.
It's true. We are. Well, okay, let's take a quick break and come back and talk about In the City. Remember, folks, support us at vanderpumprobs.com. We'll be right back.
Jax is so threatened by Rob.
You kids have fun arguing semantics.
Trolley Off the Tracks, Season 1, Episode 5 of In the City. I feel like there should have been some sort of trolley problem to this episode, right? Like, isn't that? But no,
I don't know what that is.
That's like, you can pull the lever and it'll kill one person, or pull the lever and it'll kill 5 people. That's the trolley problem.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're just ChatGPTing these titles. But it aired June 16th, 2026. Kyle persuades his friends to engage in Loverboy's unusual guerrilla marketing campaign. A conversation between Danielle and Amanda erupts into controversy, and Kenny uncovers the truth about his estranged father, which is hilarious. We do have to start. Go ahead.
These people make the Valley seem like the closest knit group of people who's ever existed. Every time I see these people hanging out, it seems like the first time they've ever met. And they're like, what do you do for a living? Like, who are you?
Eames chairs, you say. But we do start at this mommy influencer event with Lindsay, and Yvonne shows up and she's like, what the fuck is this? I don't want to be surrounded by kids. It smells like shit in here. But also, I'm about to have a kid, so strap in, ladies.
Lindsay is so annoying about her kid. Her kid's such a prop.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Lindsay's kid is going to be a prop. I mean, until she is in direct competition for Lindsay with Lindsay. And it won't be only a one-sided competition where Lindsay's like, oh, I'm 50 and you're 15. Oh, like,
oh, man. This is...
Yeah, in 20 years, we're going to be talking about Lindsay, like, Yolanda Hadiding her daughter, like Munchausen's, like, you have Lyme disease and you like it.
Oh, my God. But she's going to be best friends with Ocean and Cisco. What's her other kid's name? Sosa. Yeah. Cisco's my lunch food. Anyway, we have to jump over to the East Village where Kyle and Kenny have to clarify the Spark Chat because we have to constantly talk about the Spark Chat. Spark Chat, that's how I cheat on all of my tests. Kyle does clarify that he said Kenny was questioning the spark, not that there was no spark. Oh, thank God.
That's so semantic. Like, that's so...
He's like, but
Come on.
it's a lot like me and Amanda, where we live in the same apartment and hate each other. That's kind of like losing your spark. And then he goes in to talk about how Amanda leaving it was going to be month to month. Now it's a year. And this is like the last ditch effort. And Kenny's sitting there. You can just read his thoughts being like, no. If she moved out for 2 weeks, that would be the last ditch effort. Like, this shit is over, my man. And you need to
just
move on.
say so. Someone needs to tell Kyle. Someone needs to sit him down and say, Kyle,
Yep.
like, you and your wife are getting a divorce. Get a lawyer before her.
Yeah. Oh, be careful, man, because we know how we learned from Owen. It takes a while with the paperwork. But before we get there, we have to move over to Fi-Di, where Nick and Yvonne are hanging out. Well, what do you know, with Danielle and Owen. And apparently, Yvonne and Nick have not officially been married in the States, which Gavin takes some huge umbrage with.
Why? Like,
What
this
is
is so
Gavin's
dumb.
purpose
It's
on
like
this show, too? I don't understand.
I don't know. Why couldn't Carl be on if this random single guy is on?
I know. And Yvonne even was just like, I know there's been some stuff said, like, is your divorce finalized, Owen? He's like, no, we're still talking to lawyers because it takes a long time to get divorced. And my ex-wife still lives in New York and it's still taking a long time. And Danielle's like, yeah, and what sucks even more is that there's a Bravo and Cocktails blog out there that's calling me a homewrecker. And specifically the use of the word homewrecker has been pissing Danielle off. Well, I think more specifically that it says she dated him and that's why the marriage was gone. She's like, I met him after that. But Yvonne and Nick seem to be fine hanging out with Danielle and Owen. I think that's fine.
Yeah. I'm glad they finally met.
Yeah.
Obviously, the show about a close-knit friend group.
Yeah. Are they at that same, like, millennial throw a ball into a trash can place here? Because it's like giant Jenga and...
I feel like that's the only place they're allowed to go to.
They're like, well, we're in NoHo, so we can either go to like Barnes and Noble or this place.
These scenes are just this whole show. They don't know each other, so they don't know what to fight about. It's all about semantics.
Yes.
Oh, like we're not married quite. We're not divorced, sort of. Like, who cares? You're separated or you're living together. Like, it's all just like so they can fight about these very small semantics things without actually giving anything about their real life or
Absolutely.
anything.
Absolutely.
Because it'd be great if this show was more about Lindsay dating or about Lindsay, like her baby daddy, or I don't know. A lot of these people have drama. You can see it, but they refuse to talk about it. They would rather talk about the use of the word homewrecker in the Bravo and Cocktails post. Like, what she's really mad about, I think, is who put that blind item in. Is it Lindsay?
Yes.
Like, why can't she just say that? I don't see what there would be a legal ramification why she can't say that.
Oh, but before we even dive into any of that, Kate, we have to figure out, where is Kenny's dad?
He will do anything to get the spark conversation over, including locating his lost father.
He's trying to find his father because his mom died, and maybe, since he lost contact with his dad, this could help understand his abandonment issues and how they show up in his relationships with his girlfriend that just moved across the country to be on a television show with him. But notably, he said he lost contact with his dad decades ago because he stopped visiting him. I would say that's like an active choice to lose contact with someone.
Yes. Ugh. And it feels easy to find. Why did you have to hire a private investigator? It feels like it's easy. Whitney
like
finds out in 10 seconds. Yeah.
And it feels like even later, like I'm going to just I'm going to compile this and the scene we get later into just this scene, because eventually he's like, oh yeah, we found the son. The number doesn't go anywhere. And Whitney's like, oh, do you know his wife's name? He's like, yeah, his wife's Debbie. And she's like, oh, she's on Facebook. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess I'll just call her on Facebook Messenger then. And they're like, hey, we've been looking for you. It's like, okay. Problem solved, I guess.
Yeah. This was so weird. And it's so weird that, like, I guess we're going to see the dad and the wife later because, like, we really found out a lot of personal identifying information about these people, like pictures of them and their first and last names and where they live and they weren't blurred out. Nothing was bleeped out or blurred out. Like, I'm assuming these people will be on an episode of the show.
Almost
which I don't.
It was planned ahead of time.
I don't give a shit about anything other than what is Kenny's name? Because he calls himself Kenneth, but then his Instagram name is Kendon. Yeah. And then afterwards, his half brother posted a comment saying this is all bullshit and for the show, and that he reached out to him to get in touch with his dad, and he was like, "Yo, keep me updated. I want to know where dad is." And then Kenny didn't say anything, and he just found out about the rest on this show. And he had a bunch of really funny digs about Z-tier reality shows and how this was all just a ploy, which is funny. But he calls him Kendon too. So what the fuck is this guy's name? I guess is my question.
I'm gonna keep it with Kenny for now because it's.
I'll hire a private investigator.
This is a great idea. Get a gumshoe going on this. You'll have a giant magnifying glass and he'll get to the bottom of this while we take the next break in this episode. Remember, folks, VanderpumpRobs.com for all the bonus content, video, everything you'd like. Oh, and hey, guess what? It's ad-free. We'll be right back.
Josh is so threatened by Rob. Threatened by Rob.
You kids have fun arguing semantics.
Kate, we've got the Loverboy trolley problem. Kyle's got a guerrilla marketing tactic, which I guess involves illegally handing out alcoholic beverages to people on the street.
Yeah, I guess so.
While in a trolley. I guess they eventually pivot to handing out hats. But the whole idea is we're going to try and get these bars that have already decided not to sell my alcohol to sell my alcohol. And there we go.
His alcohol's pretty gross. I like it.
It's not bad. I've had the non-alc version. It wasn't bad.
It's a very oversaturated market.
Yes. Someone realized that alcoholic tea was really easy to make, and then boom, Craig Conover's got one, Kyle's got one, Austin probably has one, and boom, we're done. But the biggest thing on this trip is that Daniel and Owen confront Kyle and Amanda about gossiping about their relationship we were talking about. And I guess the issue just comes down to a screenshot of Bravo and Cocktails calling Danielle a homewrecker being shared in a group chat with Kyle, Amanda, and Katie. Oh, and Katie's husband, Matt. Now, I think we've seen Katie once on the show so far.
Yeah.
Katie was Amanda's friend first, and she introduced her to Danielle. Doesn't stop the fact that her and Danielle are also friends, but Amanda does try to push the responsibility of this whole thing on to Katie for bringing it into the chat. And they're like, what are you talking about? Kyle's the one who screamed. First of all, semantic hell. But we know what's going
also
on
just
here.
own, you are allowed to talk shit about this.
Exactly.
If my friend was in a blog being called a homewrecker, I would also post it and be like, yo, I don't know. That's normal to me.
And like you said earlier, who posted the blind item? That's the thing we're angry at, And
yeah.
People are going to talk, and they're going to share it with each other. I think it's annoying how defensive Kyle and Amanda get here because it's stupid. You should own up to what you were doing because you did it, and that would kill any argument Danielle has. But Danielle points out it's a private group chat, and that just sucks to hear. And then Amanda's like, well, you submitted things about Craig to a blind item and how he got kicked out of our wedding. And she was like, yeah, I did. That was weird. And I was like, that's what you guys should be doing right now. Danielle admits to it. And that was really funny and good TV.
Yeah. Yeah. And more, it's I was so confused about this until this happened because I was like, why is everyone upset about Kyle and Amanda can have private conversations if they want to.
Yeah.
Like, how did the screenshot get into her? Like, how did she see the screenshot? How did Danielle get the screenshot?
She was at Katie's and Katie showed it to her. Look what Kyle sent us.
Well, Katie sounds like a bitch
Exactly.
to Amanda. Katie
Don't
sounds
trust
like not a
Katie.
good friend to him. Yeah, don't trust Katie.
Sounds like Katie's a better friend with you, Danielle.
Yeah,
than she
why
is
isn't
with
Katie? Yeah, why isn't Katie in the car?
She's in like the cast photos. I don't know where she's at.
Yeah, she must be bad TV if she's not in the car because
That's true.
it should be a fight between Amanda and Katie, being like, why did you betray me like
Hey,
this?
we should. You know what I need you to do, because Katie's giving Bella from Southern Hospitality energy. Bella was in like 2 episodes, but is in all of the cast photos. Kate, I'm going to need you to do some digging and find out why Bella wasn't on the show.
Okay, I can do that.
Thank you. Well, Amanda then is like, well, is the homewrecker allegation true, Danielle? And Danielle just gets off the trolley and says, you tried the wrong one. I'm out of here. And surprisingly, Lindsay comforts Danielle. Not only then, but later on when they go to L'Industrie and eat some very good pizza.
Oh, good. I'm glad they're back together. Is it Danielle? I feel like she is a homewrecker. This happened. I feel like she cheated
never.
with this
You
guy.
can't. Don't say that about my queen.
I feel like if my husband got divorced and I got with him like 2 months later and this all happened to me, I wouldn't even care. If it was true,
Well,
if it was
important.
true, I feel like I could easily prove, because I could prove like when I met like my husband or when I met this guy, it's easy to prove that you're not a homewrecker.
Yes.
And the way to prove that you are one is to completely have a dramatic freak out about people talking shit about you in a private group chat and like melt down and rage quit the trolley tour.
Which is why Danielle is wonderful television, and we cannot, like, Danielle is not Danny Bucco, right?
Yeah.
He's a big freak and it gets very dramatic, but in a way that seems way more serious and uncomfortable. Danielle gets dramatic and it's fun, and I love to see it. There are delineation marks.
Yeah. This group of people, when they actually like learn each other's last names, they might have they might be able to be good television, because I do like that this is very low stakes, just stupid stuff. I do wish Amanda she has to be the victim all the time. Yeah. Like, she can't take responsibility for anything ever, and that's annoying. Like, just say it's okay. Like, Danielle, it's fine. Like, yes, we talk shit about you in a group chat. You're in the friend group. People are telling you you're a homewrecker. You're on a like gossip site.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we were talking about you.
We did that. Well, I think this also illuminates, because they like flash back to Summer House events where Amanda's like, Danielle has always been very dismissive of me. And it's like, she's not your friend. Like, and you don't like her either. You are co-workers. And this is why Danielle feels comfortable saying things to you like that, because she doesn't care about coddling you, which for whatever reason, everyone else feels like they need to do. And I
Amanda
think we need
does
more of this.
Yeah, Amanda just does great at being like, I might break it down into tears at any moment, and I take antidepressants, and I have bad mental health, and I think she uses that. Whatever. I think she does have bad mental health, but she uses a smokescreen to never take accountability for anything ever in her life, because she's like, everyone has to walk around on eggshells around her, and she's done a good job of like being a damsel in distress for the entirety of. She's finally getting called out on shit, and she can't handle it at all.
She is, we talked earlier about folding like laundry. Amanda, she's folding like all of those lumps of clothing all over her apartment.
Yeah.
Now, there's one more scene, and I want to talk about that and then do our MVP, but we're going to take one more quick break. VanderpumpRobs.com to skip these breaks.
Jax is so threatened by Rob. Threatened by Rob.
You kids have fun arguing semantics.
Kate, before we talk about this last scene, Did this episode seem shorter? Like it was the actual length, but didn't it just feel like not a lot happened?
Yeah, it really felt short. Yeah. I think it was longer scenes where nothing happened.
We got the whole
it was interesting
montage.
Yeah, there was a lot, and like especially with the trolley scene, there was a lot of flashbacks and a lot of explanation and a lot of they shoehorned a lot in there because, and also just like nothing's happening, like at all to push any story forward. So
it's odd. This show better pick up the pace. We need to get something juicy happening soon.
Yeah, Lindsay said, "Oh, there might be a 2-part reunion." I'm like, to talk about what? Like more also, West Amanda is the only stuff I could think of.
It feels like a 2-part reunion is like the given now for like a mainstay show, but to say, "Ooh, it might be a 2-part reunion," it's like, okay, so it's going to be a 1-part reunion because nothing's happening here. Gavin, one thing I didn't point out though is what we were talking about with Gavin's like he tries to get in the middle of this argument too. It's like, Gavin, I'm not even sure you know Danielle or Amanda's names. Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, why are you like? He's doing a good job of being on TV by trying to like meddle in other people's problems. He just does it in the wrong way. He's just not good at it.
Yeah, I mean. And it's because no one in this show is doing anything. They're so lazy. Like, I can barely tell any of the women on the show apart. Whitney, Lexi, Yvonne, Georgina are all completely interchangeable to me. Like, they act the same. They look the same. They, like, aren't giving anything to differentiate themselves. Like, maybe I could pick Yvonne out of a lineup. Like, maybe.
Darker hair, maybe?
Yeah, but Amanda's not giving anything. Lindsay's not giving anything. Like I'm still mad that like she was like I'm looking for love, and then she was like actually I'm not even looking for love, and I don't even know why anyone cares. I'm like
be an influencer,
thanks a lot.
A MILF, and Gemma's mom. I am multifaceted.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my baby as a prop. I don't actually want to get laid because she doesn't want to actually open up about the failure of her relationship, which is the most interesting thing happening to her.
Yep.
And she should have to open up. I'm sorry, you're on this show. And she wants to make it all being judgmental and yelling at other people about their lives. That she's the Greek chorus of the show. No, she's doing that so she doesn't have to open up about anything. She's still fucking milking the Carl shit. Come on, everyone's over it. It makes you look petty. She'll do anything other than to like give an update on where she is now. And it's a fucking reality TV show about her life. Like, come on.
Sucks so much. I can't wait to start watching $1 Million Nannies. I'm just going to tell you that right now because we will need to discuss that. But first, we have to talk about this final scene where Kyle and Amanda's separation gets uglier, Kate. Amanda's packing and she just had a mental breakdown the night before because she has to do something on her own. And before leaving, she's like, so Kyle, one last fight, please, before I'm out of this apartment for the rest of my life. Why on earth did you bring home strangers the night before?
I don't want to be on Team Amanda, but I think this would be really annoying.
She's like, this is like the thing. If I have to give an example of why our relationship is ending, it's that. Except you didn't go to their place. You brought them to our place the night before I move out.
Yeah. And he tries to equate that. He's like, oh, well, yeah, okay. I took a bunch of Adderall and drank and brought a bunch of random people into our home while you were there. I couldn't wait one more day until you've moved out.
Well, it was Marathon Sunday, Kate. It was Marathon Day.
But, you just smoked weed in our apartment and watched Love Island all weekend when we were supposed to go out and you were going to do Adderall with me and go out and drinking. So really, that's the same. And I'm like, those are not the same things. Because you could have stayed in smoking weed with her and spend time with her. Like, You went out without her and then brought strangers back to your apartment. That is a no-no when you're married to someone.
Big no-no. Also, Kyle, I believe this is what we call self-sabotage.
Yeah.
Well, she leaves and says, I wish you the best of luck, my friend. And roll credits, and we get a Next Time on the Valley that doesn't seem all that thrilling. Why are we doing this? Because we have to commit to at least the whole first season. We must.
Yeah.
It's the rules.
Next time on In the City, you said the Valley. That's how unmemorable it all is.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's so true. In the City. We're talking about In the City.
I hope on the next episode, I want a trivia contest on like if they know each other's last names and professions. Like, do they know that just Chiron?
Botox. Yeah, that would be awesome. Well, Kate, I've got an MVP. Do you?
You go first.
Well, my MVP this week is Danielle, and I think it's because of the trolley freak out while also not giving a shit about Amanda's fake tears. It's wonderful. I loved every bit of it. And the admitting to, Craig Conover got kicked out of their wedding. That's weird. I'm going to send that news. I think that's wonderful. And I loved that she's like, the only person that I actually give a shit about on this show is Lindsay, because we were real friends at once. So I will put in the effort to try and rekindle that baby step friendship, even if Lindsay is a big weirdo. So Danielle is getting it for me.
I'm just going to do an MVP for the week. And it's Meija. Meija, just the most embarrassing thing happened. If this happened to me, if Wes, the dumbest person on the East Coast, bamboozled me and I believed all of his dumbass lies, I would never admit to it. Under torture, I would not admit to it. Here she is admitting to it, talking about, actually it was fun to be totally fucked over by this guy. She has no qualms about how she looks on TV, which is desperate and crazy. She posted on social media after this talking about like all the haters about how she didn't want this to be on television. What?
You got an option there.
And she's going to be on Summer House. I watched a little bit because I watched this analog of the Watch What Happens Live afterwards. And like how Andy was talking, like Meija will be on Summer House. Like she's used West being a fuckboy and got what she wanted, which was a Bravo gig and attention. And the fact that she's being open about how embarrassing it is to be like bamboozled by West is good. I think she might be a good addition to Summer House. Maybe she fucks Jesse, which would be hilarious. Yes. I think that she took a bad situation, was completely unselfconscious about being real about it on television, and used West to get on TV. Maybe she's the one who comes out the best out of all this, even though it's most embarrassing to be her. Because not only did West cheat on her with like one person, it was with like 17, and she stayed with him for years after like she caught him over and over again. But now she gets to be, a Bravo reality TV do nothing Summer House person, and good for her. I wish her all the best.
I love that. And you know who else I wish the best? Our boy Marcus Johnson, who just had his birthday yesterday, Kate. So shout out.
I didn't realize he was my age. He's 36.
I think he turned 37. Yeah. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So make sure to shoot him a DM. Tell him happy birthday. And I sent him a gift card because I'm becoming
to where?
Giada.
Oh,
I figured after a night of partying, you need a giant sandwich.
Breaking news, actually. Valley reunion shot today. The seating chart broke. Oh. And it's Andy at the top, and then Brittany on the left, and Kristen on the right.
Okay. And Danny Bucco is not going to be able to make it, apparently.
Really?
No, assuming
Oh.
his Watch What Happens Live. He's going to pull a Will Culp and be like, my mental health is not good. I won't be able to make the reunion so that I can sneak full solo cups of Jack Daniels backstage. All right, folks, we appreciate you tuning in and joining the support system at VanderpumpRobs.com. And if not, well, try it out. Try it out. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it. We will see you next time on Vanderpump Robs. Goodbye.
Bye.